Once in a blue moon, we have all the healing, we have abundance, we have closed doors, new chapters, saying goodbye to what is no longer serving you under this new, powerful, auspicious once in the blue moon in Sagittarius happening on the 31st of May at the ninth degree, being the Sagittarius degree too. As I get my tarot cards, yes, 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 we have a double whammy. Super positive, doesn't come with strings attached. There are going to be a few challenges to this moon, of course, in order for you to unlock the juiciness, which is rightfully yours for the taking. So yes, welcome. This is going to be a gorgeous new moon video. Sorry, full moon video. Talking about the full moon happening in the sign of Sagittarius. We all have Sagittarius within our birth chart somewhere, so check out which house this full moon is falling for you. I'm going to go through all the 12 rising signs and talk about how this is going to affect you and your signs. Let's have your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you don't know those, go and find them out. And we're going to get into it. So we have 31st of May. I'm in Spain. It's going to be 9:44 a.m. GMT time, 8:44 in the morning. So check out the time for where you're at. You're gonna feel the energy 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, for sure, 100%. All right. Um, Leading up to it, we are pure, divine, cosmic energy, right? Made of water and stardust. Of course, we're gonna feel the tides of the power of the moon. Okay, and so yeah, I think that you're gonna feel this at least a couple of days before, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, and the full moon and the new moon cycles have that 6 months effect. Why did you start 6 months ago under the Sagittarian part of the sky? And for me, as an example, Libra rising, right? It's a full moon 6 month culmination. 6 months ago, I started the process to relocate. 6 months later, girl, we are here, new home, all the things, right? So, as an example, this is a 6 month culmination. The full moon is like a completion, but also a start of something too, okay? And so, if you have planets around, use like a 10 degree or 10 degrees either way, right? I think with the luminaries, you can do that. Some people say 8 degrees of separation. Some people don't know 1 or 2 degrees, but I think with the luminary, right, 10 degrees, yeah? Of, of course, Sagittarius. Sun, moon, rising, right? Planets around 9 degrees, either side, 0 degrees to 19 degrees of Sagittarius, of Gemini, right? Virgo, of Pisces. If you have personal planets around there, your ascendant, for example, you can feel this, okay? Um, if you have planets around 9 degrees, and give or take 10 or 19 to 0 degrees of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, right? You're gonna also be harmonized by this lunation, okay? So yeah, we will all feel this to some degree, but of course, if you have personal planets, um, aspects, whatever, angles to the degree of the moon and whatever is happening in the sky, you are so gonna feel this the most, all right? Um, when this full moon takes place, yeah, um, at 9 degrees, yeah, 9 degrees is Sagittarian degree, meaning the seeker of truth, right, gets to the bottom of things, truth being revealed, wrapped up in some positive auspiciousness because the ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is the great and benefic in the sky. So you want to look at what's Jupiter doing? Jupiter sat rather pretty in the sign of Cancer, where it loves to be. Jupiter in Cancer is what is known as exaltation, meaning it acts as its most powerful, strongest, abundant, joyous, extreme maybe too, right? But able to act fully operational and give you the most extremes of what it's known for, meaning pure abundance, pleasure, joy, spirituality, truth, right? Cancerian themed stuff, family, nurture, security, joy, overflow, abundance, right? I'm laughing because my card of the year is King of Cups. and I'm very much embodying this King of Cups energy at the moment. My mantra to go along with this Jupiter transit. For me, it's in the 10th house. For most Libra risings, it will be 10th house too, right? And this is about stepping into that Cancerian overflow of joy and abundance. The more you can live in your joy, the more the abundance rolls in. The abundance of whatever you want, right? Whether that be love, security, cold hard cash, right? Jupiter's acting rather fine. Venus, the other benefic in the sky, is making its way on over to Jupiter in the sky. Next week, we'll be having the great conjunction of Venus and Jupiter together, marking a 12-year cycle of a new abundance story, a new chapter. I think I'm going to drop the video for that over the weekend, so pay attention to that, right? That'll be on the 7th of June. Where are we? Yeah, 7th of June. So mark that in your diary, super manifestation day, or I'll talk more in depth in that. But yeah, Jupiter's going to have a huge part in this full moon because it is one of the depositors of the full moon. Depositor meaning, well, what is ruled by the moon? Right? What is ruled during this full moon? So the full moon, we need a sun, we need the moon, we need them to oppose each other. They're standing across from each other in the sky. And so where Jupiter is, sorry, where the I've just completely lost my train of thought. Where the sun is sitting right now is in Gemini. Where's Gemini? It's I've totally lost the plot. Where is the deposit of Jupiter of Gemini? Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Yes, where's Mercury? What's Mercury doing? Well, Mercury's in Gemini. It's home sign. It's truly powerful. It's getting ready to leave. It's at the critical degrees, right? Making a sextile to Chiron, right? So this is about healing. Chiron is a wounded healer. It's in Taurus. So as a collective, and you personally, there's going to be healing around finances, money stories. I feel as this generation, we have a generation to do the work on relationships. Very Taurian theme, right? Because Taurus is ruled by Venus. And so we are the generation, we are the collective to pull us into doing the work on healing relationships of all kinds, whether that be our caregivers, you know, this whole thing about healing ancestral trauma. I feel like, as millennials, and maybe Gen Z too, I don't know. Taking it into the forward motion of being the ones to do the work on that, right? This is very Chiron in Taurus: security, family, love, relationships, money, abundance, your family story when it comes to money and wealth. Where have you learned that from, right? And what I'm talking about this is because Mercury, the messenger god, the depositor of the moon, right? Is in a harmonious aspect, meaning that we are ready to release. This is a release full moon, right? This is Jupiterian, this is Mercurial, this is Sagittarian based, this is Gemini based, right? Because Gemini stands across the sky. And so expect healing to come into forefront when it comes to this aspect, okay? Chiron is going to move into its next sign, and before we do that, it's going to wrap up its Aries chapter. Yeah, Chiron in Aries, wrapping up the chapter on the self and others. The Aries Libra axis is fully lit. Do you know what I mean? This is about the I, the self, and our relation to others before it moves on into Taurus, where it talks about our abundance story, our wealth story. So expect the healing to be done on relationships, relationship wounds, the self love story too. Okay. While all this is going on, we will be have the full moon will be also in a grand cross formation, dissipating, which means it's already been happening, where the sun and the moon have been in like a T will be in a T square to the nodes. It's called the bending of the nodes, right? When a planet or luminary, in this case, right, makes a T square to the nodes, it's like a bending of fate. So this full moon is coming off the back of the bending of fate. So expect the leading up to the full moon and afterwards, karmic destiny to unfold, being in the right place at the right time, being open to receiving the blessings and the abundance of the universe, allowing things to fall away which are no longer serving you. And I'm saying this because Pluto is also in the mix here, sextiling the sun, sextiling the moon. Let me look at my notes because I'm about to go crazy. Where is she? So yeah, Pluto. Am I right in saying that? I wrote this down right. Yeah, Pluto is in Aquarius, sextiling the moon, my darling. What I'm talking about, and so this is about huge transformation, letting go of old limiting beliefs, thinking of the future, allowing yourself to step into your new identity, new chapter unfolding, I've been doing this manifestation work at the moment, being like, you know what, I'm so grateful to be exactly where I am right now, and I'm so grateful for old versions of me who brought me here, you know, who kept me safe, who had to struggle, who had to, sacrifice, whatever it was, what I had to do. I'm not getting too personally into this, but honoring that person because that person brought you here where you are now, and knowing that actually where you are now, that was once a blessing, that was once a dream, that was once a manifestation, and now you're living it. Allow yourself to be grateful for exactly where you are now, allow the abundance to come in, and also nurture the past version of you. You are now safe. It's safe for you to receive. It's safe for you to heal. It's safe for you to move forward. It's safe for you to lovingly let go of anyone or anything. It's no longer serving you. So it's okay for you to place boundaries and be like, even though where you're no longer in my life, I don't wish you harm, but I do wish my boundaries to be maintained, you know. And this is a huge transformational healing chapter, all right. And so, what else? Oh yeah, not only that, we have Saturn, we have Neptune in Aries, helping us dissolve these old stories, letting go of this past chapter. What stories you on this Sagittarius full moon? Remember, Sagittarius is the archer; it shoots into the distance and trots along. Trust me when I tell you, I'm surrounded by Sagittarian energy, and they don't look back; they look forward, honey. And this is about okay, well, what can I lovingly let go of? Neptune is dissolving, right? And this is the harmonious aspect, right? Um, to to the luminaries, and so it's about what can I dissolve when it comes to old stories. Whilst that's going on, where can I maintain boundaries? Because Saturn is also in the mix here as well, in the Aries part of your sky. The Aries part of your sky is on the axis of the Aries Libra axis, about the self Aries, right? The self doesn't mean selfish, it can mean selfless, actually, because the Libra part of the sky is the relational part. And yeah, absolutely, we live in a planet where there's billions of people. We are creatures who need to be in relation to one another, right? However that looks, right? However that looks. And so it's about, okay, well, I can still dissolve boundaries around old stories, how I used to show up, and acknowledging that that isn't no longer working for me, and using the strength of Saturn to be like, this is my boundary now. This is what I've learned, you know. This is what I'm calling in. This is what I'm accepting. This is my baseline, you know. And to have access to your energy, to your time, to your soul is, you know, priceless. So be more discerning about during the Aries Libra axis with this Pluto transformation going on as to who is and what is allowed to orbit your personal universe. I love this for us. That was deep. We went on a deep dive there, guys. This is how I'm feeling, all right? Allow Mercury and Chiron in conversation to bring deep healing, okay? To stabilize money and security, to let go of limiting beliefs around love and romance, all right? Mercury's going to square Jupiter, so no, that's not what I wanted to say. Jupiter is making the square to Chiron with Mercury, right? And this is going to be about the Chiron story is going to be so brought to your attention that there'll be no choice for you but to face it head on in order for you to access that next level. I was saying to one of my friends today, like you can't move forward if you have one foot in the past still. You can acknowledge the past. That doesn't mean you have to set fire to everything that's no longer new. Of course not, right? We're gonna have our routines, our ride or die people, our familiarity, of course, right? I'm not saying you have to let go of every single person that's like from your past chapter, Mr. Day and onwards. What I'm saying is, if you're doing the work to move forward and we're ever evolving beings on this spiritual journey, then why would you go back to the scene of a crime which once caused you so much pain, right? Because if you're doing the work and the other person isn't doing the work, then it's a dead end story, isn't it? You're not here to save anybody else, you know. You are, by going in as the rescuer, what you're actually doing is reinforcing the drama triangle and allowing the person to become a victim. And if you can instead empathize and not rescue and allow them to heal, to problem solve, to do whatever it is on their own, you're actually empowering them way much more. All right. We are going deep. So, and please make use of Jupiter, because Jupiter's about to change signs next month. We have one more month of exaltation Jupiter, where everything is amazing. Money coming in, love coming in, all the things, right? So make use of it, enjoy it, because Jupiter moving to Leo, it's still going to be amazing in Leo. It's not exalted. It's still going to be great. It's still going to be amazing. I'm going to do a video on that. We'll talk about it, all right? But make use of that, all right? Make use of this time. And then the nodes of fate will also change, right? The nodes of fate are changing as well. End of we'll still have another Pisces eclipse. However, the axis of nodes are going to be changing. Aquarius and Leo are going to be the next signs to experience the Rahu Ketu story. For me, that'll be on my sun and my personal planets. Let's get into it. So, I'm going to be an adult and I'm going to timestamp this as I go along, all right? So if I'm looking down at my iPad, it's because I'm literally writing down the timestamps as we go along, okay? Housekeeping before we start. If you want a personal reading with me, drop me an email. I've got a waiting list. Get on it, all right? But if you want a birth chart reading, synastry, all the things, okay? I do all the stuff. I've dropped my astrology course too. So the Decode Your Birth Chart astrology course, if you want to learn how to read a birth chart, either personally or as a professional astrologer, this course is covering all angles, every aspect, every meaning, every house. When I tell you the amount of work I put into this, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of content for you to consume, it's evergreen, yours to keep. Once you've purchased it, you've got it forever. I'll leave the link in the show notes for you to do so. All right, and of course, like, subscribe, share, do all the things. I may even do tarot. I always say I'm not going to do tarot, and I always end up doing tarot. I love doing it. So, if you're an Aries, Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, for you, my darling. Let me just write down these timestamps. Where are we? Aries rising, sun and moon. Okay, for you, you're going to be having the full moon once in the blue moon. Full moon in Sagittarius at 9 degrees, 31st of May, happening in the part of the sky which is the ninth house. Okay, so for you, this is all about your spiritual beliefs, right? This is all about travel. This is all about higher learning, education, mentors, documentation, courts of justice. You know, when I say courts of justice, this could literally be a culmination point when it comes to a legal matter, right? When I say legal matter, this doesn't mean you're going to be taking you're going to court to fight a battle. So you may be, of course. So know that this could be ending for you. All right. The depositor Jupiter is in Cancer, harmonious. All right. Is this to do? If this is something to do with home and property and family, just know that you are blessed. Also, this when I say courts of justice and documentation. This could be like visas. This could be travel documentation. This could be passports. This could be like signing a mortgage, for example. You know, because that is a legal documentation, and this is tied to your fourth house story, because your fourth house story is where Jupiter is sat, honey. All right, and for you, Jupiter is literally expanding your home. Some of you might decide to move. Some of you may decide to renovate, expand your home. Jupiter blessing the fourth house is great for pregnancy, pregnancy news, blessing your family as well, expanding your family too. All right. Because you have this blue moon falling in the ninth and third house, this is all to do with higher education. You may decide to go back to university, to college, to further your career, right? To further your to broaden your horizons, working with other people so it can blow your mind. Spiritual coaches, life coaches, mentors, that sort of thing, right? Chiron for you, going to that first house, a lot of healing when it comes to um, the self, how you see yourself before it moves into your self worth and your security. Saturn and Neptune in the first house too for you, all right, is and this is making supreme harmony to the lunation. This is all about dissolving boundaries when it comes to your identity and who you used to be. I'm a Libra rising, and so for Aries, I feel like we kind of have similar stories on this, even though that the axis is flipped. So for you, dissolving old versions of you and placing firm boundaries when it comes to the people you call into your life. Okay. Mercury in the third house again. There could be some news about travel, conversations around family members, siblings. Their life could be getting a glow up. Buying and selling cars, for example. The nodes of fate for you will be in the sixth and 12th house. And so, wrapping up a story on your health, your mental wellness, looking after your mental health, looking after your physical health, better habits, your day to day routines. Are you doing the most when it comes to looking after yourself? All right. You may travel for work, travel to teach, learning through traveling, right? Spiritual journey, if you don't do a physical journey. Aries, your card. Ooh, you have the Sagittarius card, Knight of Wands. I love that the Knight of Wands is charging forward toward its biggest goals, dreams, and desires. We have the playa, we have the beach, we have the Amar, we have the sun, the sea, all of it. Expand your horizons. There could be love coming in from distant travel, foreign lands, international love affairs, falling in love with different cultures, some other different cultures from you. Expansion is your key word moving forward. Next 6 months, lock in on expanding your world horizons areas. Go after what you want. Call it all in. You are being supported. Love that for you. If you are a Taurus rising, sun and moon, hey Taurus, how are you? You have the delicious once in a blue moon in Sagittarius, 9 degrees, the Sagittarian degree happening on the 31st of May in the morning, depending on where you are in the world. In your eighth house, second house axis, this is all to do with money, all to do with intimacy, right? Trust, shared finances, emotional transformation, sex, passion, intimacy, resources, debt, consolidation, inheritance. I keep getting the voice "fu money." Okay, you got one of the signs where you could land that check, money could come available to you, money that you don't earn could come rolling in. How amazing is that? Um, Chiron moving from your mental wellness house to your to laying to rest that actually all those things that you were worried about never actually happened, never came true. And so healing subconscious wounds around self-sabotaging behavior, Taurus, moving into your first house for a new 7 year story, you know. And this will be like connecting and healing your identity, who you are, your self worth. All right. Saturn and Neptune is in the top house, dissolving your boundaries when it comes to your limiting beliefs, your scarcity mindset, your the way you speak to yourself. It's about healing and the love that you pour into other people. It's time that you pour that love into you and how you speak to you, like turning down the volume on imposter syndrome, on talking bad about yourself to yourself, right? Saturn is asking you to place firm boundaries when it comes to your time, where you spend your energy, your self respect, whom has access to you. All right. I feel like when you have the full moon in the eighth house, is a great time to dive into spirituality. All right. Great time to dive into spirituality, do the manifestation work on what are you letting go of when it comes to your beliefs around wealth. This is a great time to reset your abundance story. All right, because the nodes of fate are going to be, the nodes of fate are activating your fifth and 11th house, right? And marking this skipped step to the bending of the nodes. In the houses of good luck, good fortune, and your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Call it all in, your future vision, manifest your goals, manifest your dreams. You're fully supported by the universe. Jupiter in third house, expanding horizons when it comes to your networks, when it comes to your friends, your allies, your local community, your neighborhood. You may decide to move, right? Third house. You may get a bigger car. Jupiter is bringing you messages of abundance. You could literally get like a surprise email, a surprise text, a job opportunity, right? And Mercury will be in the second house again because Mercury's in the mix and healing chronic wounds. I still want to affirm that this is a huge heal. This full moon is like a huge release around your finances and around your abundance story, and also the self worth because your self worth is tied into um, the level of abundance that you call in. All right. And so Taurus, let's have a look for you. Remember your ruler Venus is making a conjunction to Jupiter, so this is a great time to manifest wealth, joy, love, abundance, prosperity, all of it. Call it all in. And we have the Four of Pentacles, honey. Trust that you are fully supported by the universe. Okay? Don't hold on to it. Stack and save. The more fun you have, the more the abundance rolls in. Wherever you spend comes back to you. Money is always replenished. I'm no longer giving from lack. I'm not operating from lack either. I'm operating from overflow. Jupiter in Cancer. All right. The more I have, the more I make. I am a constant source of channel of divine abundance from the universe. Call it all in. You are steering the ship of your abundance story, honey. All right. Love that for you, Taurus. Let me have water. Okay, so if you are a Gemini rising, sun, and moon, for you, well, you're one of the stars of the show, darling. You can be having a full moon happening for you. Once in a blue moon, right now the timestamps, once in a blue moon, full moon in Sagittarius. For you, this is lighting up your seventh house on the 31st of May, the house of your partnerships and your relationships. Your connection, if you're already in a partnership or partnerships of some kind, watch those connections to deeper, to transform, to go to new heights. All right. Yeah. I mean, I think that, with this full moon happening in the seventh house, if it's no longer working for you, you know what to do. You may be stepping into a transformation period when it comes to your love stories, when it comes to the type of lovers that you call in, when it comes into the types of relationships that you want, when it comes to what you are now accepting and no longer accepting, because we have Chiron in the mix, right? Chiron is in the mix with this full moon, okay? In your 12th house, and for you, in your 11th house, um, going into your 12th house, talking about, okay, where do I see myself? Because 11th house is like your vision board, and we're talking about the story to the 7th house, like, well, where do I see myself in my relationships? Is this relationship is this person in alignment with me? Are these people in alignment with me? Is the work that I do in alignment with me? Is my soul journey at the moment in alignment? What needs to go? Right. Saturn and Neptune are also here as well. dissolving the boundaries around what you think is possible. Saturn is like, you know what, if you're prepared to do the work, you can absolutely call in your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. And that's also to do with your relationships too, you know. Yes, you have to do the work, of course, but also you do need to know when it's time to be like, I'm no longer being disrespected. Okay? The nodes of fate are going to be in your fourth and tenth house, right? There's a huge grand cross going on your first, fourth, seventh, and tenth house axis. Whenever we have anything going on in the angular houses, as mentioned, 1, 4, 7, and 10, this is huge, right? And so for you, huge transformation when it comes to the work that you do, what you're known for, your career, your life path, your life purpose, the people in your life, your relationships. This is all under the same umbrella. Everything is interlinked. And so if one thing is out of balance, trust that everything else will start unfold too. Trust that the universe will clear out what is no longer serving you, what is meant for you will not pass you by. All right. Are you ready to dissolve Neptune, right? What is no longer serving you? What is pulling you off your path? Okay. Jupiter is in your second house. Loving this for you, Gemini. Jupiter is in the second house. The depositor of the full moon, right, is Jupiter. It's blowing up your abundance story. Okay. And so for you, self-worth, abundance is flowing in. Mercury is in its domicile in your sign of Gemini. Okay. So messages coming in, speaking your truth, ask for what you want when it comes to money, when it comes to relationships. All right. That is all. Ask what you want, honey. Speak it out. Nine of Swords, darling. For you, the message that I'm getting, right, is that Chiron is going to be moving into your 12th house, right? You're going to be doing the work spiritually on your limited beliefs, all right? Before we go through this cycle and we're wrapping up the 11th house axis, the full moon is saying to you, don't ignore the signs, okay? Speak into existence what you want, but only focus on what you desire, not the lack of, all right? What is no longer serving you? What is no longer working for you? And what are you going to do about it? What do you believe you are worthy and deserving of in the realms of abundance, love, romance, relationships, work, career, finance, all of it, right? You get to decide, and only you get to decide. And also, the things that you worry about, so why waste your time stressing about shit that's not gonna happen, honey? We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Okay. All right. Good luck, Gemini. Okay, so we are on a roll, Cancer. Cancer rising, sun and moon. Okay, we are going into Cancer season soon. Are you ready? Before we get into Cancer season, though, honey, we have on the 31st of May a once in a blue moon happening for you in the sign of Sagittarius at 9 degrees, which is Sagittarian degree, double Sagittarian whammy. Full moon happening for you in the sixth house, the sixth and 12th house axis. I live in the most vibrant part of Madrid. There's always a show outside. We have free, I think there's opera going on right now, or salsa or something. Enjoy if you can hear it. Um, your sixth and 12th house axis is fully lit. Where are you ready to let go of anyone or anything, including yourself and the things that you do to self sabotage yourself from moving forward? It's time to let that go, honey. The only one standing in your way is you, babe. All right. It's time to get strict about those routines. Have fun, enjoy your life, of course. Right? You are housing Jupiter in the first house. How can you not have a good time? I'm surrounded by some Cancerians at the moment, and I'm like, wow, I can really see how Jupiter in the first house is playing out for you guys. You guys are absolutely living your absolute goddamn best life. I'm so here for it. Absolutely continue to do that. But also at the same time, allow yourself to receive the joy and abundance of the universe, whilst also making healthy choices for you. All right. Chiron is healing a deep wound in the 10th house for your public persona, what you're known for, family wounds, family karma, relationship healing, healing around where you live, people in your family, in your life, people you call home, all right? And this is speaking in harmony to this full moon, allowing you to finally let go of that chapter so you can move forward, right? This is writing with 12th house too. 12th house is your mental health, your mental wellness, your mind, how you speak to yourself, the thoughts that you think, all right? So if you've been going through it, this is like the full moon is like, you know what? It's finally time for me to no longer punish myself or go over old shit. It's done. It's dusted. It's happened. I forgive myself, and I'm moving forward. All right. Saturn and Neptune will be in your 10th house still, speaking in harmony to this full moon too, asking you to lay some firm foundations, get serious about your goals, dissolve anything that's no longer serving you when it comes to relationships or career, which is no longer in alignment to you. And what you're known for, Neptune is asking you to absolutely manifest. As I'm speaking, this huge bird lands on my balcony. Um, Signs from the universe to manifest what you. I was just about to say, use the Neptunian energy to manifest what you want. Okay, the nodes of destiny are going to be in your third and ninth house. The spiritual axis, traveling, legalities, your spiritual beliefs, your world beliefs are growing at this time. You know, you're not the same person you were a year ago. Trust me. Your mindset is shifting, your beliefs are shifting. Jupiter is expanding your confidence, your self belief. All right, you grow, you girl, you've been growing physically and spiritually. But Mercury is also in the 12th house too, so this is a very spiritual time for you. I would say to you to go within, to journal, to meditate, to do a sage releasing ceremony, to release an honor. If you listen to my intro, talk about honoring the past version of you. Honor that person. It's time to move on and let go to the next chapter, to your next upgrade, to your next. You know, when the iPhone drops a new software update, this full moon is your software update. Are you ready to download your cards? Cancer. Oh my god, you have the transformation card, honey. The death card is literally the death of the old you. Cancer, you know what I'm talking about. It's time to lovingly honor the person who you were, because the person who you were brought you here. Trust the next 6 months you are going through a deep transformation. Huge changes are coming on for you in all areas of your life for your own benefit. The universe is supporting you. It's not you're not here to suffer. All right, you are here to live in your absolute joy and abundance. Okay, honor that sixth and 12th house. Absolutely live in your joy, but also nourish your mind, your body, and your soul because the thoughts you think, the food that you eat, how you replenish are all going to hold you in good stead to go after what you want when it comes to your manifestations. All right. Love that for you. Who's next? If you are a Leo rising, sun and moon, Leo for you. I'm just doing the timestamps. Leo for you. You have the full moon happening for you in the beautiful sky, 31st of May. Sagittarius, once in a blue moon happening at 9 degrees, Sagittarian degree. Hello. In your fifth house. What does that mean? Honey, sex, fun, dating, creativity, money, self-employment, children, right? This is the fun. I'm a fifth houser. Like I have all my personal planets in the fifth house. Like my life is the embodiment of fun, right? The more my mantra always is the more fun I have, the more I receive. You know, the blue full moon is activating this energy for you: romance, creativity, joy, a new turning point when it comes to your romance and your love stories. More sex, more passion, more dating, more fun. Chiron is in the ninth house, healing any wounds around like your spiritual beliefs, around the people that you learn from. There could be an ending when it comes to legal matters as well, because the ninth house rules, you know, the courts of justice. Saturn and Neptune here as well. So, you know, I feel like some of you may decide to, you know, put out into the world something when it comes to what you believe in. You may decide to work with a spiritual mentor, a life coach, a therapist, study something, travel for, if you was gonna hop on a flight and go to Bali and find yourself, I wouldn't be surprised with this transit, okay? The notes, your worldviews, like what you believe to be true about your world is changing, your beliefs are changing, and that's okay. You're allowed to change. We're here to grow and change. That's fine. The nodes of destiny on your second and eighth house, blowing up your money, honey. Like your finances are going to be taking a huge, huge turning point. Calling the abundance, calling the cash, trust, security are the key words. All right. Jupiter is in your 12th house too, honey. Book those flights, get yourself out and about, delve into spirituality, delve into your passion. All right. Mercury is also going to be expanding good luck and good fortune when it comes to the people that you know. I feel like you're going to, under this full moon, in the next 6 months, you're going to be put into contact with people who are going to help you achieve what you want when it comes to your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Love stories, money stories, work and career. It's all up for the taking when it comes to this full moon, right? Um, yeah, I feel like with Jupiter in the 12th house for you guys, this is an amazing time to delve into spirituality, to journal, do sound bath, meditate, dream journal, astral projection, all of it, all right? I like this full moon for you though, for what can you let go of when it comes to dating, when it comes to romance? Like, what old stories, narratives can we let go of? What are we calling in instead? And money stories too. This is a great time. If you're thinking of starting a business, you have your own business, great for money, great for good luck, great for good fortune, great for hustle hard energy. Yeah, look at this. Three of Swords reversed, right? This is about a huge healing when it comes to romance. When it comes to the love, I literally feel it right in my chest here when I say that. Like, honey, it's time to let go of old stories of pain, hurt, and upset when it comes to love and romance, when it comes to money. This theme of money, love, and romance has been coming through for everybody, right? But I really feel this for you guys, especially with the Three of Swords reversed. This is time for you to, first of all, close the door on anyone who's just literally draining you when it comes to uh, your time, your energy, your money, your love, and your romance. You deserve way more than that. Saturn and Neptune asking you to dissolve boundaries when it comes to what you accept and place firm foundations in what you are calling in with Saturn in the mix. Okay, Leo, I love that for you. Good luck. I always say good luck. I mean in a really positive way, but sometimes I say, "Oh, good luck," like good luck, but I don't mean it like that at all. Virgo, rising, sun, and moon. We have the police. Virgo rising, sun, and moon. 31st of May. Once in a blue moon, happening at 9 degrees of Sagittarius for you. Girl, fourth house, activation, illuminating a cosmic reset, a 6 month story, a window. What did you start 6 months ago in the realm of your home? Have you moved? Are you thinking about moving? Have you signed a new deal? Are you renovating, expanding? Good news in the forefront when it comes to home and family. The people that you call home and family too, their lives are getting a glow up as well. Healing emotional trauma around family relationships, family dynamics, family lineage, karmic healing when it comes to ancestral trauma as well. Chiron in the eighth house too. Chiron in the eighth house, especially the house which is all to do with trauma and healing as well, right? Some of you could be really, over the last few years, diving into spiritual healing, right? Or having relationships where they've kind of almost mirrored to you how to heal, what you need to heal, Eighth house healing with Chiron is by dissolving old fears when it comes to intimacy. Are you ready to call in the love that you deserve by allowing yourself to be vulnerable and calling in the intimacy and passion and love and connection that you desire, physical and non-physical? All right. Saturn and Neptune, the eighth house, dissolve fears around scarcity, dissolving your fear around money, dissolving your fear around sex, passion, and dating. Saturn's like, okay, let's get serious about the type of love that we want, the money that we're stacking, and the nodes of destiny are in the first and seventh house axis for you. All right, and so wrapping up a cycle with the nodes of fate are squaring, right? And so this could be all to do with the relationship to self and the relationship to others too. All right, fated events around partnerships, huge. Jupiter expanding your abundance vision. Jupiter in the 11th house is fabulous for expanding your social circle, expanding your friendships, expanding your money, right? The 11th house is one of the lucky houses, calling in cash, calling in abundance, and calling in your biggest goals, dreams, and desires, honey, all right? Mercury, your ruler, flying to the 10th house, living this for you, highlighting your career, highlighting what you're known for. Expect opportunities of abundance to flow in. Who doesn't want that? Hello. Virgo, let's draw your card. You are a super manifester. Look at the magician, honey. Call it all in. I love when there's like a luminary, like a full moon, in one of the angular houses, the first, fourth, 10th, and 7th, because it sets up a grand cross, you see. And so this is going to be like a whole new reset, rebirth, 6th month portal for you Virgos to up level your life in the realms of the home, fourth house, right? In the realms of your family, in the realms of what you're known for, in the area and the arena of your relationships, and also you and the self. You know, this is a grand cross. The first house is that of I. The seventh is your relationships. Who are you saying goodbye to? Who is on your level, and who are you going to dissipate out of your life? Where do you see yourself when it comes to what you're known for? Is what you're known for wrapped into career, or is your purpose something separate? Both are okay. All right, call it all in. When the magician comes up, expect people to appear to help you get what you want, but also know that you have everything within you to manifest what you want to, honey. I love that for you. The magician is one of my favorite cards. Honestly, I'm so excited that you got that. All right, so where are we now? Oh, I know where we are. It's that time already. It is Libra time. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. I am one of you. I'm Libra rising. Not only a Libra rising, I'm a Libra stellium, honey. So we get into it. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. 31st of May. We have a once in a blue moon happening in Sagittarius, 9 degrees of the Sagittarian degree, right? Activating a 6 month activation of your third house. Clarity and communication. Expect communication to come in. It's going to blow your mindset, right? What did you start 6 months ago? That's coming to a full ahead now. I gave the example in the intro of me. Third house for us rules our local environment. Well, I started the chapter 6 months ago to change my local environment, to move, right? And here I am, sat in a different country, in a different home, in a different neighborhood. Third house shit, you can't make it up. Changing your mindset around stuff too. The third house activation, your mindset is transforming. The life of your siblings is completely transforming too. If you have siblings or friends who like siblings too, their lives is going to be transforming as well. Chiron is going to be wrapping up its seventh house transit for you. For us Libras, we've been going through a huge emotional healing when it comes to relationships. Trust me, I've been going through this too as a Libra rising. This 7 year chapter has brought me so much the right word I'm going to use, transformation when it comes to personal relationships. I cannot tell you. And what I've learned from this transit is actually my own self worth and the type of people I called in because of the value I had of myself. And I hope this translates to you too, right? We have Saturn and Neptune in our seventh house right now. They're going to be here for a hot minute. Neptune is dissolving the boundaries when it comes to what we believe possible when it comes to love and romance. You absolutely can have whatever you want, but also dissolving old narratives around love. I no longer I am attracted to physical, right? But I no longer am accepting breadcrumb related behavior. That's Saturn. Saturn's like, hey, you're a boss. Let's put in some boundaries. Let's call in seriousness when it comes to love and romance. You can absolutely call in what you want and have fun too, and have someone meet you exactly where you are. Saturn opposing the ascendant, you're a powerhouse. Saturn is our exaltation lord because we're Libras. Saturn loves Libra. Saturn is exalted in Libra. I, for one, have Saturn in Libra, right? My Saturn is exalted. You know, I'm having Saturn in opposition right now. And so for us, trust that Saturn does act as a benefic for us, Libras, okay? Don't tell the other signs, but it does. All right. We still have to work, we still have to do the work. Just know that Saturn does bless us better than the other signs. um, the nodes of fate for us are in the 12th and 6th house. And so this is about the nodes of destiny, around international travel, around our health, our habits, our mindset, our manifestation, the work that we do, our day-to-day routines, all up for expansion, all up for transformation. Pluto is manifesting a huge transformation when it comes to love, romance, and abundance in our 5th house. Please make use of Jupiter's final stay in Cancer for the next 4 weeks before he moves signs into before they move signs into the 11th house, and for us to be more love, more abundance, more joy, more prosperity. Who doesn't want that? It's amazing. But yeah, Jupiter in 10th house, use this transit wisely. Career gains, work prosperity, um, being known for what you do, your purpose, marriage, pregnancy, all that great stuff, right? Um, with this transit, Venus, our Lord, will be meeting Jupiter next week as well for the great conjunction for a new 12-year cycle when it comes to love and romance. Enjoy, all right? Yeah. Last thing, Mercury, the depositor, one of the depositors of the lunation, is in the 9th house for us. And so expect positive, good news when it comes to things such as documentation, passports, visas, legal matters, and expansion on your mindset and your worldviews. They're all changing. What is our card? Let's get into it. Libra, I love this reading for us. All of this. We have the Knight of Cups. Expect love to come in. We have Jupiter. We have Venus in the 10th house. Jupiter is the sponsor of this full moon. Expect love and romance to come in. Expect life to get really good. Expect joy, ease, and expansion to become available. Are you ready to receive fun, joy, love, laughter, pregnancy, money, all of it? Let's call it all in. I'm so here for it. So here for it. If you're a Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, my love, 31st of May, we have a once in a blue moon happening in Sagittarius at 9 degrees, a Sagittarius degree, double whammy. My darling, for you, in your second house, all to do with your money, honey, your values, your self worth. This is like an ending of a financial story for you. For you, I feel like this is more to do with like, what do you believe to be true around your values and self worth, around abundance, around money? Do you believe you're truly worthy and deserving of abundance? How much? And when I say abundance, how much does that mean? Do you believe okay, I can only earn £1,000 a month? And if that's all you want, that's nothing wrong with that. Or do you believe that you are worthy and deserving of unlimited overflow? Because this is also tied in with your self worth. You know, Scorpio, you would do the work when it comes to your worthiness, to yourself, your self belief around who you are and what you deserve to be true, around the work that you do, being respected, your values, cash coming in. Under this full moon, right? Expect career advancements, work opportunities. You may say goodbye to career and start a new one. You may get a pay rise. You may decide to apply for that job, go after what you want. Chiron is going through the 6th house, healing what you do when it comes to work and career anyway. You might be working your health as well during this time. There might be a lot of ill health with Chiron going through the 6th house. Trust this story is not ending, and Chiron is going to be going to 7th house, healing relationships throughout the next 7 years. But for you, if you can like focus in and hone in on your structuring your day-to-day routines, making your mental and physical balance a priority, then yourself love, your self-worth, and your abundance story will absolutely transform under this transit. Saturn and Neptune also in the sixth house too. And for you, this is about doing the work. When I had Saturn going to the sixth house, girl, I had to do the work. I worked so much, but I also made a lot of money too. And when I had Neptune going to the sixth house, I transformed my health. I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, I stopped taking drugs, I became vegan. I did all of the things, honey. All right. And so bear that in mind. I'm not saying you have to do all those things. Up to you, right? But restructure. The nodes of destiny are in your 11th and 5th house, wrapping up a cosmic story when it comes to your biggest goals, dreams, and desires, when your romance, sex, passion, dating, fun, enjoyment. Have fun, enjoy your life, call it all in. As I'm saying this, there's a huge bird landed on my balcony. I wish I could turn the camera around to show you. Um, where was I? Yeah, the nodes of fate, calling in cosmic lovers, calling in love affairs, calling in business ideas, calling in 11th and 5th house has a good luck. So calling in lucky money, honey. Get a lottery ticket. Money comes available. Um, Surprise checks landing in your inbox in your letterbox. Trust. When I had this transit, I literally had so much surprise money given to me that I didn't know that how can I put it? Um, I had I had huge checks given to me. That's all I want to say on that. All right. Jupiter, the depositor of this new moon, is of this full moon is in the ninth house, and for you, book those flights, get on those travels, delve into spirituality. Mercury is in the eighth house again, another house of spirituality. There's going to be talks around shared finances, how you do money. You may decide to apply for that credit card, that loan. There could be inheritance talks. There could be money coming in from a spouse. Their money could be getting a glow up. Conversations around taking relationships to the next level, or just conversations around what is it that I want when it comes to my relationships. All right. Some of you getting engaged. Let me know. Some of you get married. Some of you breaking up. Let me know. 6 month window for you. Why? Ace of Wands. For you, Scorpio, this is your time now to do the work, to take the initiative, use this full moon to make a mark, to literally go after what you want, knowing you're fully supported by the universe. Jupiter in the ninth house is blessing you when it comes to anything to do with paperwork, legality, signing of contracts, moving around the world, justice. Okay, Saturn and Neptune are helping you get focused when it comes to your work and your career. The full moon in the second house is lighting up your money access. And we're back. So, what was I saying? As when the It's really funny. This is the kind of messages, right? And I literally had a doorbell with someone give me a message. And as he was talking to me, I was thinking about what I was talking about. And I was like, expect to receive divine guidance, okay? But also take the initiative. See these cards? If you look this way, can you see the girl? Listen to your intuition, honey. You already fucking know what to do. I feel like Scorpio, you guys are the like intuition queens of the zodiac, right? Nothing gets past the Scorpio. Trust me. My mother is a double Scorpio, so like we know all about that. We know all about that, right? Okay, beautiful. Where are we? So, good luck with that. So, if you are a delicious Sagittarius rising, sun, and moon, you know what? I didn't do the timestamp for Scorpio. Oh well, it's because that person disturbs me. Sagittarius 58. We'll have to make up the timestamp for Scorpio, don't tell them. Sagittarius rising, sun, and moon, we have a fabulous full once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon happening for you, my darling, in the sign of Sagittarius, your side, at the Sagittarian degree. Guys, are you okay? I just want to put it out there. I'm a Sagittarian. Okay? I'm surrounded by so many Sagittarian people. I can confirm you are not okay. You have this beautiful full moon happening in your first house. Guys, this is all to do with your identity. Who are we? I'm surrounded by so many Sagittarius people personally. Like, I cannot tell you, right? Whenever I've shared my living space with anybody, it's always been with Sagittarians. So I know you guys are the jokers of the pack. You want to make everybody else happy and be fun. But behind closed doors, we know the mask comes off, right? And so for Sagittarius, this is a huge, deep, transformational full moon. What happened 6 months ago? What's coming to a head now? Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months? All right, huge identity shift. Chiron in the fifth house, um, dragging through your fifth house of fun. So Terrence, I know you want to have fun. Chiron is like, at what expense? At what cost? Right? Are you ready to release old versions of you? You have Saturn and Neptune also going to the fifth house, dissolving narratives around love, romance, and money. Saturn in fifth house. When I had Saturn in fifth, I had a real transformation around love and romance, going from fun, frivolous dating to actually getting serious. Only while the transit was going on, let me tell you. So that could plan out for you guys too. It could be like, you know what? I want to get serious about my relationships. For example, all right, Saturn in the fifth, one of the money houses, right? Um, you could, if you're thinking about starting your own business or you have your own business, great for firm foundations, calling in long-standing cash. You're gonna have to do the work for it, but the money is there. Okay, Neptune in the fifth, you can absolutely manifest what you want if you're prepared to dissolve what is no longer serving you. All right. The nodes of fate and destiny for you are going to be in the. And I'm talking. If you listen to the intro, I talk about the grand cross happening with the skip step of the nodes of fate. And so the full moon is making a T square to the nodes of fate and destiny, Rahu and Ketu. And for you, highlighting your 10th and 4th house, right? Some of you may change your marital status, going from single to engaged to married. I just realised I'm playing bachata. 1 second. There we go. Um, from married to divorced. Things are changing when it comes to how you're seen in the world, what you're known for, where you live, your work, your career, your home, your family, your parents, your grandparents, your caregivers. All right, huge changes going on here because it's a T square as well to your first, fourth, seventh, and 10th axis. For you, this is also going to be a story about your relationships, meaning the people that you are in love with, that you have been in love with, that you want to call in, right? If it's working, trust it's gonna fucking survive. If it's not, trust that it needs to go. Okay, you already know what I'm talking about. You may move home, you may transform where you live completely. You do have Jupiter going through your 8th house of money, right? And shared resources too. And so huge expansion when it comes to your clients, your audience, for example, money from other people. Your partner's money can get a glow up during this transit as well if you have one. Business partnership glow up. Unexpected money coming in, all right? Jupiter expanding your house of sex to your intimacy, all right, or lack of, you know. Um, Jupiter in the 8th house, like sometimes it can be excessive when it comes to sex, drugs, taboo. Just saying. Mercury transiting in the 7th house. There's going to be something to do with relationships coming up during this full moon. All right, transformation, healing, moving forward. Let's do it. All right. So, Sagittarius, this is your glow up season. Are you ready to glow up? Are you ready to let go of old versions of you? Are you ready to do the work? Are you ready to fucking manifest everything that you want, dream, and desire? The cards are jumping out. Literally, you're the only one where the cards are jumping out. Okay, I'm just gonna go what's jumped out. So you've got the 5 of Cups, right? You've been going through it. Some of it's your own fault. Some of it is not. Some of it isn't. However, you do have King of Cups as your top cards. Allow yourself to be in a state of overflow, all right, and enjoy, receive. Allow yourself to be abundant, be joyful, to have fun, to enjoy, to have some boundaries too. There's a time and place for everything, and trust that whatever's happening to you is for you. Chariot is your base card. You're the only sign in this whole reading other than three cards. Chariot, you are the master of your own destiny. Take the reins. You can do it with the help of the universe as your co-creator. Sagittarius, go after what you want. Call it all in. Trust. All right. Where are we? Oh, Capricorn rising, sun and moon. Let me just write down the timestamp. Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. For you, my love. First of all, I'm Capricorn moon. I'm kind of one of you. I'm kind of one of you, honey. You have on the 31st of May the once in a blue moon happening in the sign of Sagittarius on the ninth degree, the Sagittarian degree, right? For you, full moon in the 12th house. Hello. Let's talk about it. Whenever I have a full moon having or anything happening in the 12th house, this is my sign from the universe to retreat, to go within, to rest, to cleanse my energy, or be more discerning of who I give my energy to. All right, take a step back. You can't always be in the forefront, go, go, go. It has to be a cycle. We are cyclical beings, all right? Rest is productive. Did you know that? When I rest, I've had 2 weeks of rest where I haven't done a thing. Not physically anyway, you know what I mean? During that time, I have been so like full of brainstorming ideas and just like creativity coming to me because I'm allowed to pause. This is your time to pause. Huge closure, release, spiritual healing happening for you during this time. All right, what did you start 6 months ago, which has come to a culmination point now. Chiron in the fourth house, healing deep wounds when it comes to family, family lineage. Girl, last 7 years you've been going through it when it comes to home and family. Trust that is dissipating, all right? Saturn and Neptune also here as well. Lots of lessons when it comes to family healing, family karma, where you call home. You might decide to move and to renovate, to buy an old property. Neptune dissolving boundaries around relationships, manifesting what you want when it comes to your perfect home. All right. Delving into spiritual practice within the home environment too, spiritual connection with family, dissolving family stories when it comes to karmic healing around um, what is it called? What's that word I'm looking for? Ancestral trauma. All right, that's all. The nodes of fate, third and ninth house axis for you, right? Your spiritual beliefs, your desires, when it comes to where you live, right? You might, I feel like you guys would be one of the signs, but you know what? I'm moving, fuck this, right? However, your perspective is changing, your communication is changing. You've gone through so much stuff that you are now able to. It's like you're awakened. You know what I mean? We're always learning, aren't we? Me, I'm always learning every single fucking day, right? Allow your perspective to shift. Your communication will adjust because of it. All right. Jupiter's still in your seventh house. Enjoy it. Expanding your relationships, bringing blessings to your partner, their money, and bringing in clients and opportunities through business opportunities as well. All right. Expanding your partnerships, expanding support when it comes to your work, an abundance of lovers. Mercury in the sixth house. Pay attention to your health, your routine, your habits. All right. Okay, so where are we? Oh, yeah, this one just jumped out. Should we read it? Knight of Swords? Girl, we talk about messages. This is the messenger card, honey. Messages coming through in this full moon, right? To do with mercurial things. Messages to do with sixth house matters. Your health, right? Your day-to-day routines, your work, all right? Are you thinking about getting back into a fitness regime? Are you thinking about organising your day-to-day life? What habits are you ready to let go of? Okay, the full moon for you again in the 12th house axis, opposing the sixth house. This is to do with balance. Capricorn, you are the sign that does the most. I'm a Capricorn moon. Trust me, I know. We do the most when it comes to stacking that cash. We want to be respected. We want the money. We want the, yes, do the work, but also, like, whenever we have a luminary in the 12th, this is your green light for the universe to take a step back, enjoy the fruits of your labor, to take your foot off the pedal, put the handbrake on, and just lay low for a bit, recharge your batteries, ready to absolutely fucking kill it. All right. Where are we? Okay, so if you are a Aquarius rising sun and moon, girl, I'm one of you. I'm an Aquarius stellium. Aquarius and stellium, yes, fifth house here. We have a delicious full moon happening 31st of May. Yeah? It's like, what month is it? 31st of May. So it's May, right? We're talking for over an hour. 31st of May. We have a once in a blue moon happening Sagittarius, right? For you, for us, 9 degrees, Sagittarius degree, double whammy degree, right? Girl, this is your 11th house. This is only the house of manifestation, the house of good luck and fortune and money. It's coming in. You're calling it in. What did you start 6 months ago? I was just saying in the intro. 6 months ago, I wanted to manifest my house on this street that I live on now. I had the address to this street on my vision board. I didn't even know. I want to do a podcast on it. When I moved out of my old house into this house, I packed up my shit. I picked up my this business card that I had from a particular restaurant on the street. I was like, hold on a minute, that's my address. I had the address to my manifestation all along. 6 months down the line, I'm sitting in the house. As an example, right? 11th house is also your friendship, your network, your friendship circle, your network. All right, your future goals. Okay, so calling in people. You may even let go of a few people who are no longer serving you, friends who are no longer in alignment with you. That's okay. Everyone has a chapter in your story. Not everyone's going to be in the next season. That's okay. All right. You're going to be calling in people over the next 6 months who can help you achieve what you want when it comes to your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. New networks, new friends, new friendship circles. Amazing. Chiron, healing Chironic wound for you in the third house. How you speak, how you think. If you've got some karmic healing to do with your siblings, this will be the transit to do it. All right, they could have been going through it. Trust that they're not going to be going through it anymore because Chiron's going to be moving to your fourth house, which is just your entire family. But we'll get into that in the next video, right? You've got Saturn and Neptune in the fourth house, anyway, dissolving boundaries when it comes to family, karmic destiny. No, you haven't. let me just recalibrate. Yes to Chiron, Saturn and Neptune in the third house. All right, girl. We are dissolving boundaries around your thought process, how you think. Literally, I'm dissolving boundaries of my mind at the minute. With what's going on. How you communicate. If you're thinking about starting a spiritual podcast or speaking about what you know, do it. This is the transit to do it. All right. Um, the nodes of fate and destiny for you, Aquarius, are going to be in the second and eighth house, and they're forming a T square and to the full moon, right? And for you, this is all to do with your money story. I've been saying this to Aquarius for a while now, and I've been doing the work too on this about do you believe you're worthy and deserving of the money that you want? I'm transforming my money story all the time to do with the amount of money that I call in, how much I believe to be safe. Money is not evil. Money is not, there's not a lack of it. My new affirmation is I'm constantly in the source of abundance. I'm constantly in the state of overflow. The more fun I have, the more I receive. You know, and there's the nodes of fate and destiny asking you to transform your money stories, transform your self belief around what you believe to be true around your self worth. All right. Jupiter is blowing up your workhouse, right? Your health habits too. So some of you could have been having a really good time during Jupiter in the sixth house. You'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna have a glass of wine every night. I'm talking about myself. I'm gonna have a good time, but I'm also gonna do the work too. So for me, I've gone from not drinking at all, and this year, you'd be like, you know what? Pop open the red wine, honey. I deserve it. So yeah, I've been having my Jupiterian fun, but also doing the work too. Jupiter in sixth house, you know. Um, Jupiter in sixth house, improving your health. Love this for you, right? It could exacerbate health as well. It could exacerbate like health issues for you to acknowledge them and move forward. Mercury is in the fifth house, right? So this is a great time for you to go out and about on your dating, on your creativity, onto your side hustle, calling in money, calling in romance, calling in younger lovers. Mercury, Aquarius, our card. Ooh, let's have a look. Let's give us the good cards for this full moon. What are we letting go of? What are we calling in? Money stories, honey, King of Pentacles. Let go of limiting beliefs. Allow yourself to be the King of Pentacles. Allow yourself to call in all the cash, all the wealth, all the abundance, all the rich men with all the tons of money. You so deserve it. Call in the money, honey. Call in that rich daddy dick. We're allowed to get it. Be your own rich sugar daddy, honey. You're abundant. You're truly worthy and deserving. Love this for us. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Okay, so that leaves us with the very delicious, very gorgeous. I'm saying that because I'm a progressed Pisces sun in my progress chart, but if you are a Pisces rising sun and moon, my darling, you have on the 31st of May, once in a blue moon, happening in the sign of Sagittarius at the ninth degree, the Sagittarian degree, my love. Are you ready for it? Full moon for you in the 10th house, your career house. What the hell? Huge shifts when it comes to your career, when it comes to your money story, when it comes to what you're known for, when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your home, your love life, who you are. This is a T square happening, but there's nodes of fate and destiny, my darling. Stepping into your power, getting rid of old limiting beliefs around unworthiness of having to overperform for love, right? You are worthy and deserving of unconditional love, honey, because you are a divine creature of the universe, all right? Chiron healing that money wound, wrapping up a cycle when it comes to self worth and self belief, when it comes to your money stories. Saturn and Neptune as well, man. They're going to be helping you stack the cash when it comes to your money story. Saturn loves to be in the second house. You're going to have to work hard for the money, but the money's there. Neptune dissolving any boundaries when it comes to the level of money that you deserve to your next chapter. Manifest the money that you want. It's so ready there and available for you. All right. The nodes of fate and destiny for you, right? In the first and seventh house axis, along with this T square of the full moon, auspicious full moon, right? Forming a huge cross in the sky, bending of the nodes of fate and destiny. The next 6 months is going to be huge transformation around your relationships, around where you live, around your status, around your work. This is your personal glow up, Pisces. You are part of this cardinal square. You are part of this mutable square. You are doing the damn thing, all right? Fated relationships coming in, fated job opportunities, rebuilding, restructuring, finances, relationships, home, family, identity. This is huge. This is huge for you, all right? Jupiter in the fifth house. Enjoy the last month of Jupiter. Get that D, get that money, call it all in, pennies from heaven, luck and joy, right? Mercury in the fourth house. Good news for family. Good baby news coming in, right? Um, expect blessings to appear for you and all family members. And so it is. Love that. Love that for you. What's your tarot? Are we on an abundance roll? Let's call it all in. I hate I love to have my eye on the side over here. Yeah, it's better. I like in the middle of my Adam's apple. Let's have a look at your tarot parties. You have the Four of Cups. My darling, look. What are you not seeing? Are you seeing the blessings? Are you seeing the abundance? Are you seeing the gratitude? I feel like for you, this card is very much like, you know what? Yeah, look, you got another four on top of it as well. There is so much to be grateful for. There's so much coming in for you. There's so much love and abundance. There's so much joy, prosperity. Where are you focusing your attention on? You don't have to be living light 24/7. You really don't. And you're allowed to be like, you know what? This is really fucking shit. When is it going to be my turn? When is it my time? You're allowed to feel that. You're not allowed to stay there. You're really not. Because the universe is like, look, you are the co-creator. There's so much love, romance, joy, blessings, fun, youthfulness, gorgeousness, abundance available to you within you. Are you ready to receive it? Raise your attention. Be open to the signs. That is it. If you would love a personal reading with me, check out my email in the show notes. I would love it if you like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for listening to this video.